We've got some entertainment for you this morning, including this story about Idol's SA Season 13 winner who is on a roll. Yay! Paxton Fielies left her fans ecstatic with a new single called Touch and Go. Originally from Bishop Lavis in Cape Town, she was crowned Idol's SA winner when she was just 17 years old. Since then, she's been dominating local and global charts with her music as well as hit collaborations. The Idol's SA winner also received an ambassadorship from Queen Silvia of Sweden in 2018, where she performed as part of the World Children's Fund. Well, we have the songstress in the studio with us this morning as she joined us to tell us more about her journey. Paxton, I must say, I don't know whether I'm envious of you, the fact that you can sing, or I'm absolutely so proud of what you've been able to do with your life so far. But just talk to us about your journey. I mean, you entered Idols at what, 16?
Yeah, 16.
16, and then you won at 17. I mean, at 17, I was still trying to figure out if I liked boys and what was going on in my body.
Well, me too, while singing. But it's crazy because I've been in the industry for 6 years now.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think I'm close to the 10-year mark and I'm only 22 years old.
That's insane. But just talk to us a little bit about your journey. I mean, from entering Idols to this point, I mean, to win at 17, I mean, what did that feel like for you?
Honestly, I went into the competition with no expectations. I think it was just about the experience, and I wanted to grow and just, you know, go in with an empty cup and just have, you know, everybody fill me with wisdom and knowledge about the industry that I wanted to venture into. Yeah. So I entered when I was 16. I won when I was 17. Actually celebrated my crown birthday on the show live. And then I went on to release my first project ever called This Is Me, my first album in 2018. I went on to travel for a bit, released a few singles, and I'm back. I'm back, and I am so excited about the project I have coming up.
What have you learned so far? Because I asked this to a lot of musicians, I'll tell you. What have you learned so far about the industry that you may have been naive about in your teens? I think we all have ideologies and you know, these created castles about the industry, whatever industry it is. And for my sake, it's broadcasting media. For your sake, it'll be, you know, music. What have you learned so far in this industry?
I think the biggest thing I've learned, which was also good for me, is that what is for you will always be for you. Nobody can take away opportunities that God has placed in front of you.
I love that, yeah.
So for me, I've just been going by faith through my entire career so far, and I've also learned that authenticity is key. It's very important to stay true to who you are and to stay in your own lane, because there's no traffic in your own lane. So yeah, I've learned a lot, and everybody in the industry has been nothing but kind and loving towards me, and I'm just grateful for the reception that I received when I came into the industry.
How have you handled the number one, the instant fame?
Yeah. Right?
Because it's instant fame as a teenager.
Yeah.
That's a lot of peer pressure, friends changing. You probably have more friends than what you can ever imagine.
More family.
More family than, yeah. Hi, we haven't seen you since you were 2 years old, but welcome. It's good to see you again.
Hi, we have the same surname. Are we family?
There you go. So how have you managed to handle all of that? I mean, you're so young. You know, and I don't mean this, and you're just so young, and you've got your whole life ahead of you. But with that, you've had this increased pressure of living your life in the outside. How are you managing that?
When I went into the competition, I already had a very solid support structure. And I know I can turn to those people to keep me grounded. So when I feel a little bit lost in the music or just in the business side of things, I lean towards that support structure because they keep me grounded. They remind me, you know, who I truly am to the core. And then I've also got a very supportive team who ensure that my mental health comes first, because it's easy to get lost in the noise. But yeah, I've got an amazing support structure, which really helped.
Yeah, and talk to us a little bit about this new project now that you've got going on. And of course, we can expect a performance by Paxton a little bit later on. We are all looking forward to that. I mean, can you imagine winning Idols at 17? But what are you working on right now?
I am working on a project. I am so excited because I haven't released in 2 years, and I really needed the break. But now I'm back. I've got new stories to tell, a new vision, new direction, new sound, and I think for the first time ever, I'm in the best space I've ever been creatively, and I just wanted to pour all of that energy into my music. So I'm really excited for that.
And what is the dream so far? Where do you want to go? What is the ultimate goal? When will you look at it and say, you know what? I've arrived.
Honestly, I still have pinch me moments where I'm like, you do know you're living your dream right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, I still have to like check in with reality because it's just crazy to see how far I've come, and I don't know what's going to happen next, but what I do know is that it's going to be amazing.
And before I let you go, what keeps you grounded?
What keeps me grounded is my faith. I am very religious. I owe everything to God. I can't take the credit. And definitely my family, my friends, and also the fans. You know, they really have also helped me just mentally to navigate my way around the industry, and been so supportive, and I'm just so grateful for them.
Well, we are certainly very grateful for you gracing us with your presence this morning. I tell you one thing, it is so beautiful to see how somebody can actually live, and I call it living in the amen of your prayers, but how somebody can actually live in the amen of your prayers. At 17, winning idols, to having to launch your first project, going in and traveling, seeing the world, coming back, releasing another project.
Yeah.
All we hope for you is that you stay in this place of authenticity and just strength, so that we can see you becoming, I don't want to call it the next Beyonce, because I think that's her own lane, but really somebody who can literally be a global mark for all to see. And I think that it's beautiful to see how South Africans can really take the world on by storm. I think Cape Town is very proud of you
thank
as well,
you.
the wonderful city of Cape Town. And I know that you've got a performance for us later on.
Yes,
it's called
I do.
Touch and Go. Hey.
Yes, that's the first single I released this year. And it was actually inspired by a conversation I had with one of my friends about how weird and complex dating can be in your 20s, because I'm experiencing it now for the first time in my 20s. And it's difficult to find someone that's like aligned with you, especially when you're like, okay, this is my goal, this is my dream, I'm focused on that. And that just sparked a lot of other interesting conversations. So you'll hear like the funny elements in the song. But yeah, it's not necessarily about a romantic relationship, but just relationships in general, and just pouring into it and having the other person pour as much into it as you do. So yeah, because no one wants their time wasted, you know?
I like you. That should be a hashtag. Hashtag don't waste my time. Paxton, we're looking forward to the performance, and we'll give you a moment where you get to prepare their musician and Idols SA season 13 winner, Paxton Fielies. She's in the studio with us this morning. She's going to be performing for us a little bit later on as well.